trick. Of all the people you can trust to play this champion, it would be him. But then during the regular season, he went like 0-6 on it, I think, in a game against, I forget who exactly it was, but it's a champion that is very high risk, high reward. If you're able to get ahead in a side lane, it has so much mechanical expression that it can do a lot.
LeBrov for Nuke Duck. Immediately going to put him under pressure.
And having the summon away from both of these... Oh,
it's
okay,
not over yet. That's a two-man stun. Vitality are running for their lives. Marcoon's trying to chase him forward. Nuke Duck gets the shot out, and First Blood immediately bitten back.
Okay, so about those resets and trying to get ahead of that burst curve for XL, early goal.
So I want to quickly take stock of some of the lane positions as well, and I love what we're seeing from Marcoon here, because I was just about to comment, this wave for Finn is in a very awkward spot, especially with Selfmade hovering. Alphari was able to push in the first few waves, go back to base, TP back in, and here comes Selfmade.
The Sonic Wave connects, followed up immediately, dash backwards from Finn. Here comes Marcoon, massive damage onto Vitality, and Selfmade will fall. That's 2 kills for XL already.
And one of the things that we kind of criticized about Vitality on one side
10 games, of which he has won 7. It was something that was banned against him frequently. And look at this, more support. Both Marcoon and Nuke Duck making their way to the top lane. As level 5-on-5 in the junglers, Nuke Duck is going to be able to step forward with that Frozen Tomb. Alphari's got the Cannon Barrage available, 3v2. Perks has got TP up. The Claws follow TP's channel. Vanguard's edge is out. That's the third of the game to XL. A lot of damage onto Finn. Here comes Perks. He gets jumped on, burst out, and sent packing. Alphari cannot do anything to reply.
Beautiful execution there from XL. Nuke Duck drawing the tower aggro. I wondered why he was holding his ult for so long, but it was mainly so that he could Nuke Duck leverage there in the mid lane, knowing that Perks needed to go for a reset, moving up towards top, forcing the TP out from Perks as well. Just really good movement, because again,
being able to outclass XL in a 1v1 overall, but XL have shown that as a team and as they draft that they've put together, they will equal up the Dragons. Mickey stepping forward, challenging the vision, forcing Vitality to fall further and further backwards. Ooh. And Finn is unleashed. He's now chasing onto Perks, going to dodge some of the damage for now and force the clone out at least before Perks.
Vitality are on the back foot right now.
Yeah, and actually one of the things which is helping with that is XL are taking a lot of the collateral around. They've taken some wolf camps, they're finding some objectives. They don't have the vision to take this fight.
No, they don't. Mickey's going to get caught out. Dredge line back, Cannon Barrage down. Vitality on the board. The first of playoffs of 2022. Selfmade's not done yet. Look at that! Blast Cone, resonating strike, rubber banding back and forth. It ends up being a trade, 2-for-1 thus far. Nuke Duck is using that tomb to stay alive, and Patrick's trying to find himself a kill. Doesn't get excited just yet, and they push Vitality away.
Great use of Fog of War right now is securing that top tower, and Marcoon was just here to cover. Has the Herald to help secure it as well. And I was wondering if Vitality would overcommit because they didn't have information on where Marcoon was. Thank you very much, observers. But Marcoon will reveal himself. They will secure themselves another tower, and they will claim more control over the map.
And while all this is happening, actually, you see that Kazi is kind of shadowing Alphari down towards that bot side. And again, feels like a continuing trend in this game, at least with Vitality. They're trying something around the fringes of this map state to try and maybe get an advantage here and there, but they're losing resources for the cost of it. And whoa, okay.
Ooh, there's the engage. LeBron's the one that's caught out. Dragons race backwards. Patrick stays alive. The wild goes down the shield. Patrick's still not dead. He's still alive. Gets excited and fires out the rockets. Everything in the kitchen sink was not enough to take down Patrick.
And the Aurelia flies into that fight, and once they start stacking up that passive, it is so hard to shut them out. You don't have the burst damage to take down the Aurelia in this fight.
He was first picked, but crucially, I think every other champion around him is the reason he was able to get away with that.
And of all the players
constantly looking. Their lane assignments sometimes feel a little weird, but that's mainly because they're looking for those small mistakes from XL, and they were able to catch them once.
Ooh, like
but
this?
since then, exactly like this.
Well, there you go. That's dead, Marcoon. So you were saying, Vedius?
Yeah, so I was saying that Vitality is getting creative right now. They can't just follow the playbook. They can't just do what they're supposed to. They need to go against it and find something.
Oh, can they? LeBron will still have a few seconds longer, but not too long indeed. Stepping for trying to...
this game goes, I do think that it gets harder for Vitality to play.
It sounds really complex, how they've got to pull that off. And look, Finn, 2-0-4 on this Irelia, and is just destroying Alphari in the 1v1. Dashes for one loss, manages to pick up the kill. Now Selfmade defends a chance. Finn has got the damage to turn around, waiting for the Defiant Dance. Is it on cooldown, looking for the one-way? He sidesteps it, but it's a damage for Selfmade. Ends up being a kill 2, Vitality.
Okay, so a flash stun forces him out of the fight, and XL will secure their 3rd Drake of the game.
I mean, you say that it's Vitality that want to find the pick, and absolutely they do. But when you see there's no cleanse on the Xayah, if you see
very overextended here, he's trying to run away.
No flash for Finn. Already used that flawless duet, and here comes Perks, level down. Vanguard's edges out and dashed away. Finn has got so much damage. Patrick with the long-range super mega death rocket, and Nukeduck completes the TP. Chucks out the tomb. Alfari eats the orange. Nukeduck dashes away with a glacial claw, and it is Finn that picks up yet another. I mean, that was just beautiful.
I mean, anything you could do, I can do better. XL respond to the sideline play so fast.
XL not
The
done
TP.
yet. Teleport in from Finn. He's looking from behind. Can he find the stun? That's the target. Chucked out the duet. Kazi's caught. Still got flash available. LeBron is going low. LeBron will go down. Now Finn is on it. It's another rampage. The tower still standing in their way. The dredge line from the stolen Nautilus. All of a sudden, Maku's running away with that heartbreaker. It's 26 minutes in. They're turning back to Baron.
Oh my words. You know, I didn't know what steel tastes like, but I can tell you Perks definitely does. What a phenomenal performance from Finn. His Irelia is just dominating. I was skeptical of the pick, but how can you doubt this man?
I am at an absolute loss for words at how XL have approached this game and how they have executed each of the skirmishes. Looking for a flank. Keep your eyes. Perks is caught out as Nukeduck can pincer him in. Not going to use that blast cone yet, and XL back out, Nymaera.
Now, and the thing that's dangerous here from XL is that they are pushing beyond their vision.
Finn's gonna fight.
They have an option.
Finn's gonna fight. Finn's gonna fight. Finn is fighting. Vanguard's edge tags. Perks self-made as well. That's a kickback onto Finn. It's a split as XL are pouring through the blue buff. It's Vitality that are now split up. 3 members inside the jungle. 2 in the bottom lane. Finn stays alive long enough to blade search twice. Almost finds the kill. Finally gets taken down. Perks escapes with his life. It's now a 4 versus 4 as Perks is too low to re-engage. But Vitality have some level of control. Mickey will shield himself. The dragon is up and they are inside the pits.
Perks is going back to base and will have the TP up and available. You have to criticize Finn for that play. He was way too confident, way too over-aggressive. XL had more gold, stronger comp, and they greeded for the fight instead of going for the Drake. This will give Vitality a small window back into this game. They will claim the Drake, they will buy themselves a little bit more time. And you're also seeing some of the struggles that Irelia does have with this much mobility on the side of Vitality, as I see Alfari getting caught out.
He is indeed. Nukeduck can mark Tomb, brings so much damage down. The Tomb is up. Nukeduck does get burst out a little, uses the Outglass as well, stays alive. But that was a relatively easy 2v1. It's not done yet. LeBron's come over the wall. Flash and Ignite. Glacial path away. Nukeduck is going to get taken down. Last tick of the burn.
About a minute's time. This will be the next big objective that we see both teams contesting over. Remember, XL with no real front line can't tank it for that long, but LeBron caught out.
Let's take a look what happens here. LeBron just blown up. I mean, on those instant bursts, it's a great once again. Theft away. Heartbreaker over the wall. That's a double for Patrick, and that was just beautiful. I mean, LeBron was blown up in a millisecond.
Over steps. With Perks still dead, this is a very easy time for XL as they will secure their 2nd Baron of the game and set themselves up to win the 1st game of this series. 1st ever playoffs. A lot of responsibility on this player's shoulders, and they're delivering in game 1.
And the members in the top lane will shuffle down to the mid lane. We're 25 seconds from the next mountain. Drake Perks gets stunned up. That's a chase forward from Patrick. Super Mega Death Rocket is body blocked by Self-Made. He dashes away. 15 seconds until the dragon is up. There goes Finn. The duet finds LeBron. Blade Search once and twice. Vanguard's edge into a Nukeduck Eye shot. Another kill to XL. An inhibitor will fall. And XL have absolute control of the rift.
It is a struggling when they're trying to look for some kind of aggressive footing. They're getting punished over and over.
Vitality, you know, QuickShot you asked about.
4-man unit from XL. Again, really hard for Vitality to find advantages there, and they're losing the side lane. XL have such a firm grip on the map.
I mean, Finn's going to take the top inhibitor, completely uncontested. Nobody can stand toe-to-toe. The bottom inhibitor will fall. Bob's going to step forward. There's the dash once more. 2 stacks. Vanguards comes out once more. 4 members, 5 members in the party. Finn stays alive long enough. Buys some time with the stopwatch. Here comes the rest of XL. Wild Growth used. Sonic Rage. The Sonic Wave does kick, but not going to be followed up. Finn goes in once more. Nexus turrets are falling, and Finn still stays alive. Nukeduck golden inside the base. Dual Vanguard's edge, and as well as the duet. Stunning up Vitality. The Nexus will fall, and XL will win their 1st ever playoffs game.
An impressive performance from start to finish from XL. Yeah, we saw a couple of greedy overextensions from Finn, but he more than made up for it with so much of his mechanical excellence. What a great game from XL. And now the pressure starts to fall on Vitality.
And to me, it really felt like Excel just read them like a book right from that level 1. We saw how badly that
Vitality maybe turning from Excel.
Well, I do think the Vitality have a little bit more of a scaling composition, mainly just because they've gone for the Victor and the Zeri. We know they're both massive late game threats, so whenever you have a range support in the form of Renata, you're just going to have a
With that bailout, full stacks and passive Akazi there, continuing to chase forward. You see Mickey and Patrick now all of a sudden respecting the range, the ability for them to chase, especially with Mickey's mana pool dropping low. And Marcoon potentially the first to make a move.
They should know that there's actually very little vision on this side of the map.
That's a pullback onto Mickey, flashes away to safety. Here comes Marcoon, puts the bite down for first blood once more. Kazi's trying to chase back and Patrick sidesteps everything. The bailout buys so much time and finally goes down. Double kill to Marcoon in game 2 for XL.
And for all we talked about, Olaf's great.
The first few levels play out, opened the opportunity for Marcoon to punish. Let's keep that in mind, as the Vitality players have maybe presented a target.
Money, but XL are actually looking to attack this bot lane once again. They know, well, all the summoners are back up, they don't care.
Round one, well up. Here comes Nukeduck and Marcoon. Jump over the wall for Kazi, but the Thunder is splitting sky. Kazi stays alive as the flash comes out and an overload to the face. Look, that was a lot invested.
A number of situations around, and he's a player that in these clutch situations often comes up big.
Maybe that graphics what happens when Nukeduck gets hit by the Renata ult. They would just spin it that way.
I love that as Marcoon will jump on top of Perks. The bailout buys a couple extra seconds. Marcoon is absolutely dominating Vitality for now. Finn will get himself gnawed against the wall, spinning slash forwards, give him a mocking shout, and Bloodlust fully stacked for a gigantic heal.
But he permanently dived mid lane on this volley bear over and over and over again. And this level of aggression is not something we've always gotten to see from Marcoon, but it's great to see it back once again.
Stormbringer! Alfari flashes and hops, and the rumble from Marcoon. That's a big chomp down. The shout that is mocked onto Alfari, and that's an instant death. Undying range wasn't clicked. Finn, you gotta hit the button, buddy. You gotta hit the button. 2 for 1 in favor of Vitality.
And for the first time in the first 2 games, Vitality, they react appropriately in time when they find themselves on the board.
Oh man, take a look at that hostile takeover, holding Nukeduck in place. But it's not going to be enough, not enough follow-up, and Vitality not ready just...
And they are setting themselves up for later into the game. They're not at such a massive deficit that they're too worried yet, but let's see if XL can make that deficit bigger.
Oh man, dive top. Alfari this time around, they're sipping in 3 players. The Undying range was found. And Nukeduck with the help of the Realm Walk, not going to be able to get the assist, but is there any...
It's Vitality who actually have some deeper wards around the top side of that jungle, and they're using it for Selfmade to have this extra ability to affect things.
Right now, Alfari will have some backup this time round. Selfmade stepping forward. Finn, no ultimate available to him, not against the wall. That was just flawless. Selfmade and Alfari pick up the kill.
Their 3rd dragon of the game, and now they're looking to collapse on a rise.
I mean, they are indeed, but XL is still pushing up in the top lane. Nukeduck is trying to use the Realm Walk to safety, and he does. Hostile takeover does not find its top. The gold lead is now extended to 4,000. 5 towers to 3. It has been at the cost of that 3rd dragon. And Marcoon and Finn are looking to get some revenge on Alfari, who's about to gnaw out. He's got flash available and a lot of support coming in. Nukeduck jumps right into the face of Perks. Flash up the wall for Alfari. There's a fight inside the Baron Pit as well. Finn uses the Undying Rage to stay alive in the Chrono Shift. Correction, the bailout, I think it was there, bringing Patrick back to life. Now all of a sudden, that's 1 kill onto Mickey, another onto Finn, and it's XL that's been routed and have been wrecked. Nukeduck, no Realm Warp this time round, gets taken down, and Vitality cleanly pick up 3 kills.
And for such a long passage of play, they weren't trying to look for the direct engagement, and when it finally comes to it, Vitality find a huge win here, and they might get them the Baron after.
What happened inside the Baron Pit? I completely missed that as I was focusing in the top lane.
Well, the fight was so spread out that while there was a big engagement with TPs being invested, it was Mickey and Patrick trying to survive against Selfmade. Selfmade was able to pop the ultimate out from Mickey, and then Kazi joins the fray and picks up that initial kill onto Mickey as well. But 3 quick kills off the back of XL trying to force something on the map. Vitality respond well. They get themselves...
Perks has TP'd for the Dragons twice in a row. They're starting to clear out the vision. And if you look in the bottom lane, Perks is now pushed bot. Nukeduck will be able to find a route, handshake backwards, forced to flash over the wall. Kazi continues to chase forward, and Marcoon's holding onto the ulti. Finn now jumping onto Perks. Undying Rage has been used, trying to get those crits. Finn's now running for his life. Perks and Lebrov are low. The rest of XL running for their lives. The Death Rocket finds 1, and it is at least a reply. 1 for 1 thus far.
So, I mean, said you can't play around side lanes, but Finn did manage to find something against the head, and the fight continues.
Chrono Shift is still available. It's going to be needed. It's not used early enough. Patrick was too far away. He's taken down, and Marcoon will follow shortly. Just after the Chrono Shift, Nuke by some time going golden. 1-2 more kills for Vitality. Marcoon's got a big bite, but gets gnawed against the wall. And Vitality, in 3 minutes, turn this game completely around. They have a 1,000 gold lead, they have a kill lead, and they're about to get themselves a soul.
There it is. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not quite the even 5v5, but it's the even larger fight, which of course Vitality really swings for the fences on.
Nymaera, that soul's going to be remaining. XL needs to be very, very cautious on how they come back at this Tryndamere. Once again, a little bit caught out. I mean, Vedius, you're talking a bit about it. How it'll fit into this comp, and can it play slightly? And right now, it's just being jumped on by the Busy Bees. The kill will be secured by Perks with that death ray over the wall.
Push out and then collapse on the mid lane. They can't do that. It's Vitality that's doing that to them. So XL have to run it straight down the middle lane.
Running, waiting for it. Marcoon is just simply not able to close the distance. Self-made instead. He's going to ghost up. Stands on top of the Flame Chompers, and XL been able to disengage. For now, Self-made running forward. Look at the speed! Running into the XL backline. Head on. Nothing can stop him. Ragnarok and Ragnaroll over XL as Alfari's going to gnaw out and chuck a boulder into Mickey's face. The tower will be the target. The inhibitor follow.
His name is Self-Made, and he goes where he pleases, QuickShot. It does not matter what stands in his way. He will run straight through it, and Vitality will tear through the lineup of XL and bring us to 1-1.
They absolutely will. The minions are pouring into the base. It's a 5 versus 3. And it doesn't feel like XL can do anything about it. Marcoon escapes with a sliver of health. Burning! And it's Perks that picks up the kill, the 14th of the game. The minions have been cleared out. All kudos here to XL to at least stall. They waited to get their item spikes. They once again had control of the Dragon Pit. And as Nymaera so eloquently put it, XL is simply existing in this world. That's Nuke jumping onto Perks. There's a lot of damage gone out, but it is going to be, in fact, Marcoon that's traded first. Kazi gets himself a second. Mickey's running for his life. The Chrono Shift available. He uses it on himself. And you never, ever want to be in a team fight where Zillion's ulting himself. 1, 2, 3, 4 members down. Nuke the last man standing.
Oh, and XL, they try and use that X Factor, the Realm Mob, everything that can go a little bit awry, and it's just not enough.
Not enough at all. Vicious Strike, so much damage coming out. That was close. That
The red
almost
buff?
worked. Oh, Self-Made goes where he pleases. And Alfari's going to try and pick up the last under the tower. Doesn't matter. The first Nexus turret falls. The second will immediately respond. And Vitality bathing in the glory of game number 2. Having a little bit of fun playing with their food, as I would expect with these players. Marcoon's going to step forward once more, and finally Kazi turns his attention to the Nexus. That's one more kill. Nuke taken out. Kazi will pad his stats once more, and the series is 1-1. I do think there's question marks to be had for the early game, and how can Vitality contain Marcoon? 2 games in a row, he's been able to find advantages for XL.
I think, though, that we are seeing a trend where the games are just inherently going long, and it seems in particular with Corki and his poke tools later on into the game. Vitality, though, should have a side lane advantage. Alfari intentionally picking this Jax into the Camille as a counter pick, and something that as the game progresses.
Marcoon is just south as well. 2v2 being set up on the minimap yet again. Hook into Flay. Kazi stepping backwards. Flash from LeBron, 110 HP. The bonk lands onto Kazi as Patrick continues to fire out the rockets, and Mickey loses his flash. The dive is being set up. Marcoon is ready. Throws out that frozen earth, and Finn waiting for the engage. Chomp comes out to reduce the AD damage back and forth. First blood once more to XL, and the tower's helping out. 2 for 1 to XL.
Can I just say how much of an MVP ward that was on the Scuttle Crab on the top side? That allows XL to look for
Get
something.
tagged in that one. Very unfortunate for XL, but still not the end of the world. They're looking for a dive on Alfari.
Oh man, the Hex flash forward into the dredge line. Counter-Strike's gonna block a lot. 3-man stun. Alfari, 400 HP. 3 members of XL chasing forward, and ultimately a very clean dive. The kill is secured by my expectations of what this series is gonna look like.
For sure. I think Mickey is a tried and true veteran in the scene. One of the best supports that Europe has really ever had. He's consistently been top 3. And we'll see how much of his impact can influence the outcome of this game. Right now, he's on the roam again. I have my eyes on the mini-map. He's posturing on the bot side of the map, where his Vitality are looking for a gank.
Here comes Self-Made. Finn gets chunked out so low and taken out before anything can happen. Marcoon's going to run for his life. Already used that subjugate. Labrov's joining the fight as well. Marcoon, no flash available to him. The dark passage, death sentence is sidestepped, and a happy bee from Marcoon. But looks as though Vitality starting to push some vision past that river line. This is a control ward. And some lane assignments have been moved. Alfari's going to follow with a counter-strike. Manages to find the stun onto Nukeduck and gonna leave him powered. That was just a Goomba stomp.
Okay, so Jax, they're split in terms of their successes. Individual prowess is what this roster has been praised for. You give Alfari a winning matchup, you give him a couple resources, and look at how he's dominating on it.
Yeah.
He is consistently bullying out Finn.
Professional games. He's on a champion that can have a significantly larger impact, I think, as this game plays out. His Victor did exactly what it needed to do. This now, once again, we can take a look at the top lane as trading blows, and both teams starting to congregate around the Herald, Vedius. What do they want to do?
Not get hooked.
Well, that's Mickey in trouble. He's going to flash away for now. Dredge lines forward. Selfmade is inside the river. Kill was secured by Perks, and a dark passage out to safety.
He just looked at him, didn't he? I don't know if he couldn't click it because of the ward, or if he did that as a type of BM move. But regardless, it looked awesome. Selfmade is able to get away to safety, and Vitality find themselves another kill.
They do, and they also get themselves a tower in the bottom lane. It's not done yet. The entirety of Vitality's 4-man pushing for a second tower in the mid lane. This will allow Marcoon to pick up the Herald, but that is table scraps in comparison. And 3,000 gold.
And when we've seen these kinds of compositions, which XL are piloting in spring, they want to be playing around neutrals. And, Mickey gets that one.
Gets flayed backwards. Flame Choppers will buy some time if anyone steps forward. Another dredge line comes out. The Chopper's not going to do anything, but somehow it's actually a chill trade. Both supports now. Nukeduck pushing forward. The Pillar of Ice comes out, pushing Selfmade backwards. The kill will be donated, or he's attempted to Patrick, just like that.
In one place at the right time to really team fight. And then Vitality give it to them in a really odd situation.
I mean, it really felt like there was a kill opportunity onto Mickey. It took just a couple seconds longer for the damage to arrive. Perks' teleport concludes, forced to go golden. Shockwave brings Finn backwards, but the Rift Herald boop picks up the second tower for XL. Hextech Ultimatum buys a couple seconds extra. Perks, by the way, the second kill he has been a recipient of these begins to dwindle as itemization goes up, the Hex Gates are activated, 20 minutes in, and this 1,500 gold doesn't really matter. Finn will be jumped on. Teleport coming in, I think, here from both Nukeduck as well as Perks. And Alfari stays alive so long, Nukeduck will be able to pick up the kill. Perks is now alone.
Corky, that's going to be huge. Jinx popping off in a similar way. But it's not like it's just XL which has that. Jinx will be doing similar on the other side. Mistakes are going to be so crucial to track.
We both held our breath. Kazi and Selfmade looking for Nukeduck. Flash available to him, and Valkyrie, and he's going to hold on to both. Dark Passage comes back.
As I will say, Nukeduck.
I'm so glad. That was great timing on the setup. Vitality are going to get pushed out of the river just for now.
I know, Nukeduck's doing exactly what he needs to. Leveraging the wall, staying just out of arm's length.
Nukeduck, Hexgate! Selfmade jumped in from behind. Selfmade's got the flash available to him, as well as that Stormbringer. Dredge line will find the target. The depth charge goes out. Kazi is chunked. The Mega Death Target won't find his target, but the Valkyrie does. Nukeduck will be able to pick up the kill, finds himself a second. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of XL, and Alfari's locked inside the baby cage, but he's going to take the Dark Passage away. Finn will chase with the hook shots, and now Vitality running for their lives.
And you can nerf the damn thing, but that package is so important when you play around the timers. Gets onto all of the right targets, and Nukeduck, Finn, they dive onto the backline, they find the correct targets.
Mickey, man! This guy is a monster! Like, what?
You were at home to remember how that played out. And I'm so happy with the timing of our conversation. How do XL play the fight? What options do they have available to them? And then it gets demonstrated nearly flawlessly. Mickey doesn't have to hit a target with his dredge line, he just has to hit the Pillar of Ice. Marcoon this time around will get pulled backwards. The Shockwave just catches onto him, and Selfmade is burst very, very low. XL are able to escape with their lives. Moonlight Vigil was spent, as well as the Shockwave. Mickey finds the dredge line onto the target, and Kazi once more. Oh, Mickey, once again, you are so fine with your target selection. 4 members pull back. He does it again. This man's using an aimbot. He does not miss. Vitality forced away. 28 minutes in, they step into the Baron pits.
And those kind of hooks are so important. I mean, playing with the width of his health bar, using it as a resource, and he keeps himself alive. Now they get themselves first crack at the Baron.
Kazi is just getting obliterated in this game, but Vitality are not out just yet. The TP coming in from Alfari.
The dredge line once again onto Southbait. Finn jumps outside the pit. Look at the damage. Finn's going to chase him down. Alfari finds one. And now all of a sudden Vitality have forced XL to split up. Patrick is running for his life. It's a 1-for-1. The Baron is crucially stopped.
Patrick flashes in to get out, but he may be locked down here. He's spotted on vision. Alfari is hunting.
Now Alfari's going to be able to chase, looking for the leap. We'll find the stun. Blast going over the wall. Oh, that's just not a good place to be, but that's a lot of damage. All of a sudden, Alfari got knocked. Couldn't find the target. Finally does. That's all of a sudden the 1-for-1. Now Finn chunks down Kazi, running for his life. Marcoon waiting in the wings. Shockwave is dashed away from on that hook shot. Pixel perfect. Labrov stepping forward, winding up the queue, waiting for it. Not
Don't
going.
get early leads, because when they do, they have a tendency to throw them. We only saw a couple small mistakes, but when it came down to the fights, XL did play them better. Mickey played like a monster. And XL now find themselves on even footing.
And we're going to see it happen significantly more often. Marcoon is caught out. He will be taken down just too far forward. Vitality punish. 45 seconds to Dragon. That actually
Look at the weapons on Kazi. Perfect for shredding through an objective. Doesn't have that much ammo left on them, but those chakrams take down Baron fast.
They do. 6,000, 5,000. The vision great. Labrov finds the death sentence. Dredgeline this time around doesn't find a target. Super Mega Death Rocket into the pit. That is Baron secured by Vitality, and the Dark Passage will be disregarded. Dredgeline catches onto Labrov. 7 seconds for Selfmade. It'll take him Marcoon. Take him a long time to arrive. That's another kill secured. 1-for-1 trade after the Baron. And all of a sudden, Vitality are happy. They get the Baron, they get themselves a kill, and so far, they're getting out alive.
Nuke Duck had to delay.
And 5 members of Vitality are looking to crash. Mickey again looking for targets, but no Hex Flash, no Ignite. Alfari's going to leap forward, find the counter. So look at that rocket. I mean, that was a big one to the face of Vitality, and Mickey's hunting. He's looking for the dredge line. Another rocket. Super Mega Death Rocket this time. It's rockets for days, and Mickey will find a dredge line onto a galloping volley bear. Patrick will get excited, will get the kill. Vitality with the empowered recall should be able to escape, although I say that, they've interrupted them. There's a teleport coming back in. XL, will they interrupt and destroy the Baron buffs? Mickey steps forward, he gets obliterated in the top lane. Moonlight Vigil chunks out Patrick and Nuke Duck. Perks flashes forward, doesn't find the kill. Nuke Duck! Oh, that was actually disgusting. Blows up Labrov, but Vitality still with Baron and are pushing forwards.
And now Vitality are back on the siege with the Baron buff. They still have the members to start attacking these towers.
I mean, but Macrown's spinning up. Nuke Duck is an artillery bomb.
Hextech Ultimatum's gone down. Kazi hops over the wall. Patrick's taken out to 1-for-1, but crucially Kazi alive, roots down Nuke Duck, and Finn is now left on the back line. Marcoon steps forward, chucks out a pillar of filth, and runs away. Perks and Kazi after a very, very extended
collected, and both their carries are still alive.
Boys collected. Kazi flashed over a wall into the face of 3, my man. He literally said, I want blood for the blood god.
It worked out for them, and Vitality will be able to pick up a 34-minute inhibitor. The game's not done just yet.
I like of that, but when it's a very short bursty fight, Camille has a lot of value. Have to see if Finn can bring his own weapons to the table.
It's quite nice to see Labrov playing forward on the front foot, aggressive. This time round he's pinched, got caught out. Dredge line pulls him backwards. The shockwave only catches one. Nuke Duck gets a quick kill. This is 20 seconds before Dragon Finn's over the wall. Valkyrie from Nuke Duck as well. Southbait escapes with his life for now. The perch is blown up where he stands. Kazi will get resurrected. 25 to Baron, 10 to Dragon. XL back in it.
And just like that, Vitality fall apart. There was no pressure on them.
Teleport is available to him. Maybe. Inhib and back might be the call. 30 seconds.
Look at the pings coming down right now. Vitality saying they're going to try and go for the end.
30 seconds for Perks, 35 for Kazi, 4 for Labrov. This will be a 4v2 for now, 4v3 in a moment. Dredgeline catches Alfari. He's locked inside the Hextech Ultimatum. Goes golden. The Dark Passage is up, and Selfmade is melted where he stands. Mickey finds another pixel perfect hook, and Alfari's running for his life. He flashes to safety. 5 members of XL turn their attention to the Nexus turrets. Teleport. Perks is up in 5 seconds. I'm looking for minions. No minions are there. Trading the HP. Shockwave is up. Can Perks save the day? Surely not. 5 members of XL hammering away on the Nexus. Locked inside XL. 2, 1.
And what an anticlimactic finish! The fact that XL just find 3 quick picks onto the 2 massive carries of Vitality, and the game just ends like that.
Not anticlimactic if you are an XL fan. In their 3rd ever playoffs, they just end after finding a pick in their half of the map.
And what was different about this game?
Vitality is trying to just front to back poke before the fight and then win the slow fight, right? So I think it's two different compositions, but I like them both.
Yeah, but what they essentially both have is that they can win the fight before it kind of starts, with the poking coming through, if the Void Seeker hits, with the Corky Rocket
behind.
If I can be a little self-indulgent, quick shot.
Oh, I'm very much looking
I'm
forward to
very
it.
sad to see 80 carries taking over the mid lane as Marcoon is actually just straight up killing Selfmade right now.
Oh, a lot of damage coming back and forth. 400 HP. Nukeduck is going to step forward. 200. Flash away from Selfmade. First blood picked up. Over the wall goes Nukeduck, looking for the double buffs, and he finds it. 1-for-1 trade on a crucial pick.
It is, and now you look at that Kaiser Hoop 3 lanes. If you get one good gank in any of these lanes, it can turn the matchup pretty heavily. Already kind of talked about it in mid lane. Top lane, of course, a very famous skill match between the two, depending on what leads happen with a Nukeduck. Might be on the back end. No one.
Gets the boop, waiting for the lick. The ultimate will allow Nukeduck to escape with the shield. Now Marcoon going to jump forward with that Heartbreaker, looking for the dash. The cannon barrage that was not used earlier allows XL to pick up a kill that lands in Marcoon's lap.
There we go, that's the global.
Too. Not only does Nukeduck get away with his life without using any summoner spells, but a lot of plate gold goes into Patrick's back pocket. Now another skirmish in top lane.
Another skirmish. Selfmade's going to find the stun there onto Marcoon. So much damage, down to 300 HP. A little bit of healing. 200, 800. Stormbringer's flashed away from, and Selfmade needs to flash for himself. Nobody dies in the exchange.
These two junglers really...
Because of how well both teams can use the lead.
It's the bot lane dive with the package available, with the volley there as well. Marcoon reads it.
Marcoon is not going to be able to get just yet. He's instead going to jump onto Kazi. It's a lot of damage. Cannon Barrage comes out. The Rune King is used as well. Super Mega Deathlogger picks up a kill for Patrick. It's a 1-for-1 as both bot laners are taken out. Correction, Marcoon was taken down after he stole away a failure. Stormbringer comes out. That's going to mute the tower for now. Nukeduck runs for his life. The Killer Instinct keeps him alive thanks to that shield. Ends up being a 1-for-1 bottom lane.
These skirmishes, again, still so close. Yes, you have the package, but remember, the Kaiser allows them to join the fray. So you need
Given that 3 members of Vitality are zoned off, the trap buys time, but the package comes through from Perks. Him, along with Lebrov, collapsing onto Marcoon. A little too slow to keep their 80 carry alive, but now Alfari in the 1v1.
Oh, while we were doing that play, I mean, that was well played.
That was a solo kill. The thing that concerns me is, as Nymaera's already talked about, the lack of engage and how that will actually shape the fights. But it very much depends on how Alfari continues to play this side lane, because this is... oh, hang on, they're diving Patrick.
They are indeed. Stormbringer will shut the tower off. No flash available. The Gale Force gets Patrick to some level of safety, and a little lick from Lebrov sends him packing. 3 members of XL are chasing Alfari, however. Finn stays alive just long enough for Mickey's depth charge to knock Alfari in the air. Flashes away from the dredge line, and XL
right now know the lead that they're in and are trying to push it all across the map.
I think the caveat I'd have is that XL's comp is good in a 5v5, but not quite yet. I think when you hit 2 items on Kaiser, that's when you're very, very happy. Alfari, though, gonna have to deal with another sticky situation.
XL trying to set up a play. This time around, the Q will find Alfari as well as the parlay. A little bit of a gobble up from Lebrov, waddling away to safety. Alfari stays alive, and Lebrov loses his life. Perks teleported in. That's a flash over from Selfmade. He's looking for the frenzied more whatever needed. One side swipe will take down Patrick. Now Finn's caught. The next target for Selfmade as the Rune King is chasing down and taking out underneath the tower. Alfari gets another. Finn drops as well. Mickey will die too, and XL are routed inside their jungle.
4 members fall for XL and Vitality.
6,000. As we near the 20-minute mark, Finn has teleport available. He looks like he'll take the tower, pick up the bounty. That is crucial. But will he be able to get out with his life?
And it is 2 bounties. What's it going to cost? Probably is going to be the death of the GP again.
Well, let's find out. Selfmade starting to step forward. Here we go. Down on all 4 to Trot. Drops down the lightning, and this is a teleport being committed. I think Finn's going to be dead before anything completes, and going to be taken out and easily done. Finn unable to complete the channel. Another kill.
Between the 280 carries, observers. It's actually only 800, but Patrick hasn't actually finished his major item yet. You can see the biggest difference really developing in top lane with a 2-level advantage for Alfari. Pushing in that bot lane.
Oh, that Void Seeker into the dredge line. The Devour comes out, and the defensive Stormbringer. Kazi's going to Gale Force forward, and Lebrov gets the final kill. Kazi with the fantastic double root on the Moonlight Vigil allows for 3 kills in total.
Kazi, he doesn't get the kills, but he is the one that kills them all. Mickey's now trying to run away for his life, but Perks will get revenge on his former teammate for last game. He flies up the G2 logo.
Oh.
And Vital rather have to play to the beat of their drum. I like how Vitality is just pushing in waves, moving into the jungle. They're not afraid of phase checking. They're leveraging the front line of Selfmade and Labrov. These full tank duo just mitigating and soaking up a lot of the poke damage, and you can see that poke damage is decent.
Dredge line will connect onto Kazi. Perks is taken up. The killer instinct was used. Nymaera called it. If they land, these are squishy champions. Corki, Aphelios, they're down. Baron has a bounty on it, a 5-man stack, and Selfmade does have his smites available. Where is he? Top lane, it feels like Vitality are going to concede this one. Now, this Baron will balance out the game. This will not put XL in the lead, but depending on how they use the buff, they may be able to unlock an advantage, and that is gigantic for XL.
And what does it let you do? It
Bot lane so much closer than they were. Top lane as well. So many of the carries for XL are now much more on an even footing with their lane counterparts.
Oh, I'm clenching a little bit as 5 members of Vitality are chasing forward. The package is dropped down onto Mickey. He stays alive to get away. Killer instinct into the backline for Nukeduck, and 5 members of XL are now split up across the map. Selfmade is Nafari. They get the 2-man Nara to the wall. Patrick is taken down. The fight is won by Vitality. They get a second for Selfmade, and Finn will drop to Alfari. Just like that, XL blunder the lead.
You said you were ready for Silver Scraves, looking ever so likely it's going to it.
Oh, Nukeduck's going to be able to pick up one until Labrov, but it will be at the cost of his own life. Perks takes him down. 45-second death timer for Nukeduck. 30 seconds for everyone else. Vitality, they might just push for the win.
They might just do it. QuickShot, they have the wave. Alfari is low, but the death timers are long. Mickey is going to respawn, but I think this is it. Vitality are bringing us to game 5.
Minions pushing onto the Nexus turret. 69% of the fans believe XL will win this series. I wonder how much that will change. Mickey's trying to buy time, trying to riptide the minions. He will be taken out by Alfari. The Nexus turrets will fall, and for the first time in spring playoffs, we are going to game 5.
And I gotta say, I feel very lucky. This is an insane series. So much going into it, so much stakes for both of these teams.
Also, how the series has developed. Game 1 and 2 defined by the early game advantages that Marcoon was able to pick up. Game 3 and 4 about cross-mapping, a little bit of PvE, playing those side lanes, and now what happens in game...
Jungler can have. What's this screams to me with the Nautilus being locked in, though, early 3v3 bot is a potential from Vitality, which can shut down this pressure lane of the Caitlyn Lux.
But look at this team fighting from Vitality. They have a lot of tools in terms of wombo combo. You have Orianna, you have Camille, you have...
We already see some pings there from both Selfmade and Marcoon. Selfmade going top lane, Marcoon heading bottom lane. Finn level 3 flash available. Let me see whether or not any of the abilities can be baited out. The Death's Grabs coming back, flash away, hook shot chased, undertow as well, underneath the tower. The shield comes up, first blood secured, and Selfmade escapes with his life.
And it's on the gank timer. Olaf clears very quickly.
As a jungler, his aggressive tendencies have slowed down a little bit for a more controlled and methodical playstyle, but he's going to run into his counterpart, Selfmade.
Well, indeed, but Selfmade is going to have the advantage, plus the level. Trading damage back and forth. 3 Talon Strike will get the knock up, and Nukeduck's going to Velk backwards. He's low on HP from a trade from Perks, and this will unlock Kazi and Labrov to step forward. Mickey gets caught by that dredge line, but luckily able to hit the blast, going flash forward from Kazi. Mickey's going to get rooted in place. Patrick steps forward, chucks out the Piltover Peacemaker. Those snap traps dissuade any further pressure.
Oh, there's so good discipline on both sides. We saw that Marcoon held on to the flash, walked away with low HP, but nothing more than that. Labrov unlocked on the map, though. Nukeduck did not get the memo.
There's the Valk. The bonk comes out. Dredge line into the Riptide. Nukeduck may fall prey to another auto from Labrov. 2 kills to Vitality.
And very aggressive on the map is what Vitality are doing when we
pick up this dragon. So far uncontested. This will be the 2nd game in a row. Drake number 1 goes their way, and at 7 minutes, relatively early. I'm going to go back to that yet wording. If Caitlyn Lux can maintain control of this bottom lane,
to use the Herald and unlock that map.
I was about to say, I mean, if you're going to rate the dragon setup, you can't. There isn't a dragon setup. They're not there for it. They have to play through their lanes, not getting anywhere close right now.
Oh, so much damage from that Moonlight Vigil. The Dredgeline sidestep. Patrick, that was beautiful. No flash available to him. Continuing to be under pressure. Dropped by Kazi, and Selfmade picks up the 2nd. It looked good for a moment, but the support was there. Vitality with 4 kills. The Shockwave will clear out the wave as well, and the Rift Herald will at least pick up a plate or 2.
And I mean, this is the kind of play where earlier in the series, we would have seen teleports respond. They're choosing to play through the rest of the map, though, using that Herald mid.
So when these teams decide to pick them involved. But look, we've had a 15-minute laning phase. Whenever the stakes and the pressure get higher, the game slows down, and Patrick may just get solo killed from Kazi. Flash for flash. Chakram comes out. Kazi waited in the bushes and literally activated. And when you see this performance from Kazi, plus 20 says 150 gold bounty.
What the hit?
Dredge line from Labrov finds a target onto Mickey, trading Nautilus aimbot. The kill is secured by Kazi. And once again, Vitality extend the lead. 6-0 up. Marcoon looking to dash forward. Alfari puts down the Hextech ultimatum and flashes away to safety. Teleport's being challenged and now Marcoon is in trouble. That's going to be Perks, in fact, pulled backwards. The Shockwave cannot finish its animation for the first time. XL get a kill this game, and they may be able to get the tower as well.
I mean, they're on the board, but what are they losing? Cross maps. Labrov goes for yet another hook. Starts off, of course, by killing Mickey. A reminder, Mickey is undefeated on Lux all time. It, but Mickey gonna have to, was just caught out a little bit, and
I can't believe that Nautilus hook hit though. I was convinced that was going to hit.
Series. He's the one who's been pulling that off.
Oh, not done yet. Look in the middle lane, or in jungle rather. That's an instant kill there onto Mickey. Marcoon is trying to turn it around. The package is used. Kazi's chunked down from those rockets, but he's so fed. He's got so much damage that Nukeduck's respecting it. Ace in the hole, not going to be enough to kill. Flash forward to the rocket! Nukeduck does it! Keep in mind, XL still 3,000 gold down, but I think the Dragon is up as well. But you have to look at the summoner spells that have been committed over the last 3 minutes of play. There is a lot of targets available.
Also sitting in Perks' back pocket, so while he was able to keep Mordekaiser at arm's reach for the time being, he also has a lot of stalling tools. The Dragon is about to spawn. I really think XL should not contest this. I think they should just play the waiting game, play for that mid-tier 1 instead. Mickey, flash hook.
This man gonna find his target. So much damage coming down. Mickey's taken out by Alfari. That was the engage, the Hextech ultimatum. There's no realm of death for Finn. He's gonna be forced to flash over the wall, and the Ragnarok is used defensively. Kazi chucks out the Moonlight Vigil.
Hold the battle line straight.
Vitality is just not giving XL any room on the map. They have consistently controlled this bot side jungle throughout the game. And XL...
Yeah, and I mean, you look at that bracket and it's just, the job is not done if you win today. Not even close to it.
Well, there's the Hextech ultimatum chucked down. Finn doesn't want to use the realm of death. So much damage. He's going to be able to use Obliterate just a little while longer and holds onto it for potential team fights.
And he couldn't use the realm of death.
Sniff it out. Nukeduck, level 15. He's making his way towards the pit.
Oh my word,
this is
brilliant. This is brilliant because look, while XL are now collapsing up towards the Baron, Vitality disengage, and then look at Alfari back in the bot lane. Perks is shadowing right behind him. They've put XL in this really awkward spot where they can't send someone to go and match the pressure that's being generated bot, otherwise they'll lose the Baron. And now XL have to go for a desperate fight.
They're chasing the Ragnarok, cannot be stopped. Final spot comes out. Ison holds body, block the dredge line, will pull the Brock to safety. He stays alive, so does Selfmade. Marcoon cannot find the kill with the rest of XL behind him. Somehow, XL are unable to find that kill.
Now, this is a window where XL could try and force the Baron. They can get a couple TPs out from Vitality and open up their windows of opportunity. I think this is the best play they can make right now.
Shockwave is available for Perks. TP is up as well. Vitality stepping forward. Two members. TP's into that middle lane. Perks has arrived. Alfari will too. Hextech ultimatum's up. 7,000 hit points on that Baron. So much damage from Kazi's Moonlight Vigil. Finish jump forward onto Selfmade. Use that realm of death. He's got himself a kill. All of that farm is not for waste. It's a 1-for-1. They get 2 TPs, but forcefully they are pushed out of the pits.
But this is the most important thing to recognize because the pit gone. This buys XL just a little bit more time.
And in the short term as well, that's smite down. There is no instant counter punch even with those. Oh, well, that's a punch.
Please continue with your points.
Oh my god, Alfari
just had so many top tier performances on the champion, and this one is another one to add to that collection.
Nearly 7,000 gold up.
Smile is the only answer.
700 gold bounty, by the way. 700 gold. Marcoon is backed up by Patrick and Mickey, and Alfari just keeps chasing Flash over the wall, instantly knocked back away. Marcoon's going to dodge some of that damage, and Alfari will escape with that hook shot. Patrick is stepping forward, trying to find targets to auto, but he simply cannot do it. Vitality are starting to suffocate the hope out of XL, are starting to turn the Cinderella story for the first playoff Bo5 towards ultimate defeat. The Shockwave brings Mickey back, and Perks finds himself another solo kill. They open up on Baron, and Vitality will extend this lead even further.
And that's actually a very important pick. You had the teleport on Nukeduck on the other side of things. That could have been a teleport into a Baron contest. The pick kind of ends all thoughts of it.
The early game, they've controlled the mid game, and now they will put themselves on sole point alongside the Baron. Vitality are looking to make the comeback happen. and secured. Just needs to hit it with a rocket, and he will finally take it out. But there's another one right behind. Alfari and the rest of Vitality continuing to siege onto the base of XL.
Vitality beginning this slow spiral towards the Nexus.
Oh, that's not slow anymore, Nymaera. That's a Ragnarok forward. The first kill is secured. Selfmade takes out Mickey. Finn is trying to buy as much time as he can. Eats up the shockwave, and it will be Selfmade going down. Finn still alive on the front line. Patrick not yet touched, but here comes Alfari. He cuts down Finn where he stands. Chucks out the ultimatum looking for Patrick. Kazi picks it up, turns his attention to Marcoon. That will be the ace. That's going to be Vitality inside of the base. They are just waiting for the minions to pour onto the Nexus turrets. XL are defeated. And all season, this super team has danced with disappointment. But today they dodge defeat and Vitality take down XL.
We often comment on the Perks buff from the 2-1 position, but this really wasn't about Perks. It was about the rest of Vitality coming together and really playing like a team. That Game 5 was probably the best Vitality we have seen all year long. Their control over the map combined with their individual performances, the outplays in team fights, the executions and decisions that they made across the map were nothing but impressive. And if Vitality continue to show the growth that they showed in this series, they are definitely going to be